Hey you. You want some spray? You want spray? You want spray?
Man, I'm good. I'm just walking here. Great stuff, right? It's only $499.
What's up, guys? Omni here. You guys know how it goes. Another day, another video. Last night, I tweeted I slate what recent news topics, tweets, videos y'all want me to talk about tomorrow. And yeah, guys, today is the day after Thanksgiving. It's November 26th. It's officially Black Friday. People are out there buying and shopping. And I don't know, do people still rush to Targets and stuff now to get TVs and jazz? Like, I usually get all my stuff like online. But yeah, it's that day. I'm just gonna answer this question already since a lot of you guys already asked me about my Thanksgiving. It went really well. It was really cool. I went home. I made some Italian mac and cheese, tried to make some chili, but then I ran out of time. And yeah, I got to go see my family. I'll show you guys the dish that I made in terms of all the food, mac and cheese, collard greens, the whole shebang bang. It was really tasty. It was really good. It was really good energy. I got a stomach ache because I drank too much, what is it called? Sparkling cider. There's a lot of sparkling cider. It tasted so good. So I was just drinking that joint up, and then I got a stomach ache from it. So yeah, otherwise I slept really good and I'm awake. And yeah, we got a lot of news to talk about today. A lot of stuff going on in a lot of different areas of the world and the cyber world. So you guys sit back, relax, put your feet up, and allow me to lay it on you. Guys, before we get into today's topics, I'm happy to announce that today's video is sponsored by Scentbird. Guys, you ever been walking around the mall and this happens to you?
Hey you. You want some spray? You want spray? You want spray?
Man, I'm good. I'm just walking here. Great stuff, right? It's only $499.
Don't let this happen to you. Scentbird is a monthly fragrance subscription service that allows you to try different fragrances from over like 600 different brands. It's pretty simple. You basically pick exactly what you want and it arrives right at your doorstep every month without the annoying customer service rep and without any surprises. What's even cooler is that instead of paying like full price for a bottle that you might not even like, Scentbird allows you, your friends, and your family to choose whatever scent they want for only a fraction of the price. By choosing a 3, 6, or 12-month subscription, you get a 30-day supply worth of fragrances that you can get different ones or you can get the same one if you found a favorite. Scentbird sent me my first monthly package, so yeah, let's see what's inside. It's a cute little pouch. You just pull it out simply just like this. It's pretty freaking huge for a sample size. And then yeah, you can just put that bad boy right back in. As you guys can see, my fragrance of the month is Bentley Silver Lake for Men. And jeez, that smells great. That's scenty. Is that a word, scenty? They also sent me this fragrance, Brioni, which smells absolutely good. It has green apple in it. So yeah, guys, if you're having trouble looking for gift ideas, this is it. You can't go wrong. It's only $11 for your first month, and shipping is available in Canada. Just click at the link description below or visit www.scentbird.com and use code OMNI to get 30% off your first purchase. And again, special thanks to Scentbird for sponsoring today's video. All right, let's get this out the way. You hate to see it happen. Freaking updates, COVID, and stuff like that. If you guys don't know, today is absolutely wild. The stock market is tanking, and this news came out about this new variant that's coming out. I don't even think it's new. I think it's just updated information, I believe, on like the Mu variant. There's a lot of different variants of COVID, but this update popped up and said new COVID-19 variant with limited cases identified in South Africa. The new variant B.1.529. It sounds like a freaking patch note. Someone's patching the goddamn freaking COVID virus. It said was identified on Tuesday and has a very unusual constellation of mutations, Reuters reports. Professor Francis Bellix, a professor of computational systems biology at the University of College London, said, quote, "There is no reason to get concerned while the UK Health Security Agency is monitoring and investigating the variant." So they say that there's no, urgency here, but there's a lot of information that shows otherwise. I believe the UK already shut their borders down for people traveling in and out of South Africa. So that's a thing. And from what I understand, COVID is still really running very rampant in the UK and some of the parts of Europe. So like it's still there. It's still hovering around. And now more news of more variants is talking about how it can evade the boosters and the vaccinations. And I don't know, man. I don't know if people are spreading FOMO, if it's real or not. Just again, as I say always, guys, stay safe out on them streets because those streets are not safe. So guys, here's some crazy news. KX Me said talk about Corey's collaboration with Bruce Lee. Guys, the Shogun himself literally has a collab with Bruce Lee. No cap, it's literally with the guys in the Bruce Lee Foundation, and it's it's perfect. If you guys to come to Corey's Twitter, he said collection supporting the Bruce Lee Foundation at Bruce Lee Foundation with music by the talented at Rukunetsu. So honored to be a part of this. Peep CoryxKenshin.com. I guess now that he mentioned music, I'm kind of worried that it's copyrighted, so I'll pause it. You know how we do, so we don't get copyrighted, but I can still show y'all what's going on. Turn that down. Look at my boy! Bruce Lee x CoryxKenshin. Look at my boy Bruce Lee! Okay, that dance right there, that's definitely, that's my boy. Is it Law? Is it Law from Tekken? I don't know, but that whole dance right there, already looking clean. This music sounds amazing. It sounds like Tekken type music, actually. Got the nunchucks. This is so freaking cool. Got Cory stomping the dude in the head.
The only downside to having an afro is you can't wear cool hats.
Oh, I can wear cool hats because I don't have an afro. You can pass that hat right over to me, Cory. Anyway, yeah, if you come to CoryxKenshin's website, you can see that they got some gear, some paraphernalia and everything. He's working with the guys. Oh my God, that's such a huge collab, man. I'm so happy for Cory, man. Every time something good happens to Cory, you know, makes my day a lot better, man. You'd love to see this guy prosper. So yeah, that's the news about CoryxKenshin. If you guys want to pick up his gear, it's right here on this website. So guys, let's talk about this really fast, okay? We talked about MrBeast, the whole build up for the whole thing about him doing the Squid Game and stuff. Phantom said MrBeast hit 42 million views on his Squid Game video in under 24 hours. Bro. He said, for me, the video is freaking good. MrBeast he's the best YouTuber right now, period. I know that he doesn't have the most subscribers on like maybe one specific channel. I know there's other channels like T-Series, PewDiePie, all that stuff, but no one's doing it like MrBeast. MrBeast is doing YouTube videos on a scale that makes absolute no sense. It's #1 on trending. It's got 58 million views, 6.5 million likes. Jesus Christ, bro. Oh my, 372,000 comments. This man put his all into this video. But yeah, he's actually allowing people to react to it and watch it as well. I don't think I could do it all in one video here because this video would then be like an hour, 2-hour video, especially along with what we're already going to be talking about today. So but I'll show a couple of seconds of it in case you missed it. Maybe we'll do this like on twitch.tv/InfernoOmni. We'll watch the video together on chat, and yeah, that probably sounds like a better idea.
The first game we're gonna play is red light, green light, and they have 30 minutes to cross the red line on the other side of the huge room.
So without further ado, green light. Red light.
Kill him. Kill him.
Oh.
He killed
As
people.
you can see, every single player has a device strapped to them.
He's
that
killing
when they're
people.
eliminated, it pops. Chris? You wanna
Oh
choose
my
something?
God. Oh!
I know for sure.
That's so funny, man. Man, a lot of people was hoping that MrBeast would be killing people. You know, like there'd be like bombs in people's bellies. But yeah, that's so freaking cool, right, dog? To have like these motion sensors that when it turns red light, that it goes off. Imagine, by the way, coming all the way to this MrBeast game and being the first person to die. That sucks. Anyway, guys, that's MrBeast and the MrBeast game. $456,000 Squid Game in real life. Absolutely brilliant. You should go watch it if you haven't already, man. Like, God, I am so jealous of this man's vision. Dude, how does he think so big and then he creates it? But yeah, happy for MrBeast. Let me know how you guys feel about the video if you did watch. If you didn't watch, it's 25 minutes. If you haven't watched Squid Game too either, what is wrong with you, bro? Get on it, okay? Just jump aboard so we can all talk about it, all right? So my boy Chefback said the Chapter 2 finale event in Fortnite is happening on December 4th. Welcome to the beginning of the end. Chapter 2 finale. That's right, guys. Fortnite is ending. And I believe Nick Fury was one of the last characters that got announced. But they're going to blow up the world again. If you guys don't know, at Fortnite, after the end of the world, Chapter 1, they blew up the entire world and started all over. And then they went for Chapter 2. And now we're at the end of the world for Chapter 2. Whoever that woman is in the orb is probably going to blow up the entire place. And Chapter 2 will end, bringing in and ushering in another chapter for Fortnite. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this because I know a lot of you guys are very vested into this topic. And it's for those of you guys who do know about the VTuber world and some of the VTuber drama that's been happening, then you guys are ready for this. You're prepared. But there's a lot lot of you guys who have no idea what you're about to listen and hear, okay? It's absolutely wild. It has to do with VTubers and doxing. And we talked about this a little bit already, but then it started getting to a point where there seemed to be like some battles and cancellations with this dude named Nux and VShojo, drama, people calling out, cancellations, hate mobs, bro. It's past couple of days has not been so giving, so to speak. Jesus in a wheelchair said the Nux Taku and VShojo drama dealing with cybersecurity and doxing. If you guys don't know, I'll go ahead and share this for you guys really fast. Nux Taku, a VTuber with 2 million subscribers on YouTube, he just got recently featured on Anthony Padilla's channel in an interview. He made a video calling out a situation where the VShojo girls were getting doxed by some person, and yeah, he released this video, and it was kind of interesting when he released this video talking about how he was also a victim. He had almost gotten swatted and he evaded it, and that a lot of people were at risk, and he was basically signal boosting and talking about how he discovered some of the information, yada yada yada, this whole video. And it seemed to be like highly taken pretty well from the replies that I've seen as well, especially since VShojo themselves, they actually made a reply to the video saying like, hey, you know, thanks Nux for the video, you know, something like you understand that he was a victim. Basically seemed like they were kind of collabing. It seemed like that was the end of the whole thing. Like Nux made this video, VShojo was like, yeah, and we'll be doing it secretly. We've been privately been trying to find this guy, which I think they actually did find the guy. And so it was like one of those situations where Nux talked about it, was like saying signal boosting it, and VShojo was doing something undercovers to get rid of this guy in the darkness, and apparently they've been working on it for months now. Anyway, so what had happened is that Nux actually had to make this twit longer because the internet decided to bash him. He was getting absolutely canceled by a lot of other different girls from the VShojo universe. Like most of the girls from VShojo came out publicly to speak about Nux and said that he should not have uploaded the video, and that apparently that people told him not to upload the video. This is what the general consensus was that people told him not to upload the video because it was going to make things worse for the girls in terms of being doxxed, and that he did it anyway. That was the general consensus and message and underlying message. So Nux made this twit longer to explain himself. And it reads as follows, is really short. It says, this has been a stressful week for many, and I'm confident and proud of the community and the efforts that went towards resolving things efficiently. My latest video concerns someone that was maliciously impersonating VShojo and managed to trick individuals into giving personal information and doxing themselves and getting swatted. With the efforts of everyone involved, I believe the situation can be put behind us, with the culprit behind these attacks have been brought to light. I do still fully stand by the need of raising awareness of phishing scams. I'm incredibly glad VShojo released a very well constructed cybersecurity statement addressing the situation, and you should all read it. In regards to my video, I worked with VShojo on this for a while, as they mentioned in their statement in response to my video. I did show them the video before posting it, and I was not requested to refrain from uploading. I believe this statement goes against everything that's been said so far publicly. Everyone's been saying, hey, Nux. No one told you to upload. People told you not to do this, not to do this, but that didn't happen. The rumors that I had posted it regardless of being asked not to are untrue. In fact, leading up to the events of posting it, I was a part of a 4-hour conversation with the chief of cybersecurity officer overseen by an executive of VShojo and one of the members of the group. So yeah, he was working with VShojo prior to that, showed them the video. And yeah, and then it looks like after he released the video, a bunch of the girls from VShojo were just like, hey, why'd you do it? People told you not to. So I guess miscommunication. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here, but he replied and said, I sincerely apologize if my actions have caused any undue stress on anyone. It was not my intention. I was only hoping to contribute to keeping the community safe. So yeah, guys, after this tweet and the replies and the quote retweets, everyone was canceling Nux. Everyone was, it was the internet hate mob. It reminded me of Dream and Minecraft stands and stuff like that, because it just seemed like a lot of people had a huge hate boner for trying to destroy Nux. They would go back, pull prior receipts, and make things look worse and say like he doesn't deserve to be on the internet. Just people basically looking for their chance to eat this man into infinity and cancel him and destroy him. And because the girls of VShojo were basically, I would say the information is misinformed about the situation, they all were basically publicly expressing their dislike and distaste for Nux. And since these girls have insane amounts of clout, if you guys don't know, again, I've talked about it, VShojo, they're a group of anime IRL girls and VTubers with huge fan bases. And if they're talking about it and collectively talking about one person and saying how disappointed they are, how he wasn't a friend, how he shouldn't have did this, how he shouldn't have did that, a lot of them were much more aggressive and going in and basically coming for Nux's throat, and therefore their entire army of fan bases was also jumping on the bandwagon of trying to cancel Nux. It was pretty wild. This was happening the day before Thanksgiving and mostly into Thanksgiving as well. So that wasn't looking good for Nux. Speaking of VShojo, here's the VShojo official. This all sparked because after the 2 videos had happened and everything, it seemed like the general consensus was like, yeah, you know, VShojo, Nux work together. Some people were like, oh, I don't know if you should have released that video or not, but then VShojo made a follow-up cybersecurity update tweet message that seemed to basically throw shade at Nux, kind of saying like, yeah, you shouldn't have done that, even though it was already kind of reviewed by VShojo in the first place. It was kind of confusing because VShojo deleted a tweet that initially responded to Nux that said that, yeah, they were in support, and then the tweet was gone, and now it seems like the message of VShojo going forward was, yeah, you shouldn't have done that. It was kind of confusing. I've been watching this whole thing, by the way, and I've been sitting on the sidelines, quietly, patiently, observing, watching, not jumping to conclusions, which I feel like is a lot of people what they should do, and yeah, just waiting for everyone to kind of just talk things out and see all the information get out there, because from my standpoint, it seemed to be like a very strong miscommunication from all parties, or someone was being a little smelly, something musky was happening. I don't know which one yet. So yeah, VShojo's pinned comment read this. It was the official BSJ cybersecurity statement that they released after his video, basically going into more details about what was going on with the situation. So they said, we at VShojo wanted to make a statement about our recent cybersecurity efforts. TLDR, VShojo was invested greatly into the safety and protection of its talent. We want to clear up some recent misconceptions in the community, and below is an incident report that goes into the details of what has been happening with cyber attacks against VTubers this year. VShojo's cybersecurity expert helped write this, so there's a detailed technical information presented. Earlier this year, VShojo retained a third-party cybersecurity firm to help deal with the sort of swatting and doxing that many top live streamers have to deal with. Working with these experts, VShojo tackled these important issues in a way that is a first for the industry. We connected with authorities willing to take online harassment seriously and treat it like a criminal matter that it truly is, and we documented evidence and helped law enforcement put together cases. Okay, we get it. This has been happening since spring of 2021, and these recent days signal our first public acknowledgement of these efforts. There's a lot more, and I won't read the entire thing for it, but VShojo basically going into very, very much detail about the situation, the events, what they can say, what they can't say. But if you go into the replies, you can see here that a lot of people feel like there were some message directed to Nux personally that made him look bad. This person here said, reading this, I'm glad I'm not the only one that thought Nux somewhat taunting and gloating in his video is super not the right move and will just inspire more harassment. Not saying his heart was in the right place, but the tone of the video just didn't fit the Siri situation, which has now been taken down by Nux, by the way. This person said, this has been going on for that long, so y'all decided the best course of action would be to not warn people. I'm not surprised Nux took matters into his own hands. Clearly no one else wanted to. This tweet right here went pretty big. It said Nux reading this, which reads, it is important to know that investigations involving online crime almost always take a very long time, a year at least. This is true even for cases like swatting where law enforcement is also a victim. So if your end goal is an arrest, you have to be quiet and wait so you don't tip off the attackers that you're pursuing them. While it can be counterintuitive, this is the unanimous advice we received from cybersecurity experts and law enforcement. Continuing, our cybersecurity experts and law enforcement's contacts unanimously agree that any form of taunting or bragging directed at threat actors is highly likely to inspire retaliatory attacks that otherwise would not have happened. They also emphasize that excessive public disclosures could allow them to cover their tracks. This is all being pointed about Nux and his video. All of this is definitely directed towards Nux. Additionally, publicizing the names of harmful communities helps their recruitment and helps more people find harmful personal information. And also in the replies here, you guys can see that VShojo had deleted a tweet that said, thank you Nux for working with us. We've added our own response to the event. So just why I don't know why VShojo would delete this message, because all in all, without this specific message in context, where Nux is saying, hey, I worked with you guys with VShojo, then specifically right here, it wouldn't show. That connection wouldn't be made that VShojo was working with Nux. Like something wonky, or I don't know what's going on, but it's really weird. So we're gonna wrap up with this. I'm not gonna go to any of the girls of VShojo and look at their replies or go there or target any of them, because I don't, and I love the VShojo girls like immensely. I'm really a huge fan of Iron Mouse, Centrea, all of the girls there. I love watching them, okay? And what I feel is happening from this situation so far seems to be very, very strong miscommunication combined with what feels like a little bit of something smelly, maybe some kind of manipulation. I don't know. Something's not connecting, and I'm waiting for all the information to come out, because after you watch this video that Nux made said regarding the situation, things aren't adding up. Things aren't making sense. But what we do know is that a lot of people jumped the gun and started trying to cancel Nux before he could actually explain himself fully, because they were going in on him, everybody on the internet. And I know he wasn't feeling good from it.
Yo all, I am sorry. I messed up, and I would like to give you a timeline of events, but it does not right any of the wrongs that I've made. A month ago, a guy was impersonating VShojo, doxing and swatting VTubers, and came really close to getting me. I got swatted once in the past, and it scarred me. People die in these situations, and coming close to it happening again terrified me. When I brought this to the attention of VShojo, they told me that they knew this was going on for a while. Never said anything publicly, and as a result of that, I felt like VShojo put me and...
Okay, so... this is the conversation, and these are receipts as of November 21st, before actually making the video, where Nux said, yeah, I did a lot of research on my end. I gave a lot of info to Gun Run, Telegram accounts, phone number, OnlyFans accounts, YouTube channels, Discord accounts. And this person, Phoenix, said, we appreciate that. We've been tracking this actor for a long time prior to that week, and one of the things they do is lay down a lot of disinformation. I saw that some of the monikers you had passed along were some of that disinfo deliberately dropped by the bad actor. In some cases, they use artifacts belonging to other harassment victims of theirs. I don't know if you plan on publicly exposing these pieces of contact information, but I wanted to make sure that you kept this in mind. And then Nux said, I'm not releasing any info about anyone.
Before posting that video, I was in a group chat with the CEO of VShojo, one of the girls, and the head cybersecurity officer. VShojo acknowledged that they knew about this swatter for a long time and did nothing publicly. I didn't make the video...
Okay, hold on. Okay, so slow down. So this is the head of VShojo, I'm assuming, and said at 9:20, Gun Run and VShojo actually knew about this bad actor for much longer than 2 weeks. But as I've mentioned, we have not been talking about it because giving this person any notoriety will actually make them do more swatting. However, it sounds like Nux was in an actual conversation with him and the cybersecurity dude and a member of VShojo talking about the situation prior to the video being uploaded. So it is confusing that, you know, VShojo deleted the tweet saying that they were working with Nux, and then following up that everyone was making these huge public statements about Nux uploading a video that he shouldn't have uploaded, where so far from what I'm seeing has not been stated. I have not been seeing VShojo saying, hey, do not upload this video, which is the message that was going across. So for right now, I'm at the point where I'm just confused. What is going on?
I didn't make the video to endanger anyone, as the culprits were already brought to light.
Okay, so he said, to be clear, and this is the CEO of VShojo, I believe, I'm just going to call him Phoenix right now, their true IRL identity is known and confirmed, but we can't really share what it is at the moment. Hopefully you understand. And then Nux said, of course, I also know his name, but I'm not mentioning that either. My video is focused on people being careful and not falling for these scams.
Already brought to light. They acknowledge that they have no problem if I publish this video, and it's entirely my right as a victim of the swatter.
So again, as it has already been stated already, Nux was one of the people that the swatter was trying to get, and Nux would have gotten got if he just didn't catch on to it. Otherwise, yeah, he would have gotten got by the VShojo swatter. And it says here, it was a reply to Nux who said, I understand, but I think the good outweighs the bad by publicizing this, in which Phoenix said, I understand what you mean. I am specifically referring to the point in the past where we were working on the incident, but not talking about it publicly, because for us to say anything, it would have been bad and would have generated more harassment. I'm not saying this as a criticism of whether or not you should do a video. That is entirely your right to do so as a victim, and we don't have a problem with that. VShojo saying they don't have a problem with this, which is, again, doesn't make sense given the message that was said later, which made it feel like, plus with the deleted tweet, it is conflicting, right?
The swatter. Nevertheless, I showed them the video before uploading so they could let me know if I should make any changes or ask me to potentially not upload.
Okay, so he gave them the video, they gave them the video and asked if they should make any changes. Nux gave him a video, said, hey, should I do anything with this video? Do you feel comfortable with it? Is it okay? He said, I actually did a lot of research and I found all this out, including the fake domain and your failed copyright attempts. I'm also aware of which VTuber you're referring to, and I didn't mention them in the video either. I didn't even mention the domain he used. So can I just show you my video so you can see what I said? And he's sure, that would help. Thank you. They're collaborating. He didn't drop this video and then, you know, Phoenix was like, hey, what are you doing? It seems like he before that, he's like, hey, can you review this video? This video was almost stamped and approved by VShojo themselves.
I asked for changes like blurring things and denying the culprit's notoriety, and I complied.
So they asked for changes, not trying to downplay or anything. I really appreciate that you were providing info. At 7:03, do you think you would be willing to blur out the word blah from the screenshot for the purposes of denying them notoriety? And he said, okay, I can do that. So this was literally edited and reviewed by VShojo.
Complied. My brother was the only person that asked me not to post the video because he was afraid for my safety beefing with a swatter, but I thought it was prudent for the safety of others in the community, and VShojo mentioned that they appreciated me doing this public service announcement.
So that's the statement. I think Nux made a statement in his video, which is now deleted, by the way, where he said, people have told him not to make this video, and I'm guessing and I'm assuming that the public thought that this was people from VShojo or member of the girls from VShojo saying, hey, Nux, don't post this video, and he was like, I'm gonna do it anyway. I think that was the narrative that people thought was going on, and in reality, it was just his brother that he was talking to privately. He was like, hey man, I don't want you to get swatted. Anyway, Nux has said, I don't mind harassment my way. I think it's important for people to think they can't publicly say stuff, in which VShojo said, I appreciate that you're doing the public service announcement and that this isn't the problem at all. My comment is narrowly specifically about praising that one fan that reached out. I am 99% certain that is a fellow member of the harassment gang and not a fan.
When I mentioned that this video would be helpful to them as well, they thanked me and asked me if I can include an official statement from them and link in the description, which I did.
So not only did they thank them, VShojo said, hey, can you also include a link in the description? And Nux said, honestly, I think this video will be helpful to you as well. If you need help with anything, feel free to reach out. Which he said, thanks a lot. Would you be willing to include a link to a written response by us as well? It's not going to be anything against the video. It's going to be more about making sure people don't think the contract language is real and answer some likely FAQs that will result from all of this. Of course, it would be my pleasure to help, and I'll include. Just a pause, by the way, this is kind of weird as well, because from what I understand, from what I read earlier, the VShojo announcement, the topics, it seemed like VShojo was like, they don't endorse, and don't endorse it. They kept saying that they don't endorse, kind of like separating from it. So but here it seems like it was a collab.
The statement was written with the assumption that the viewers watched my video. They still refused to mention that someone was impersonating them, and they continued to thank me for working with them. Okay,
and here we wrote this with the assumption that the viewer had already watched your video, and then replied, yeah, and this specific campaign was done that way. Okay, that's fair. Thank you so much for working with me on this. And he said, likewise, and we appreciate you being understanding and working with us too. This is a collab. This seems like a joint collab.
Thank me for working with them. Their official statement had the header, thank you Nux for working with us, but it was deleted when some of the VShojo girls got upset with my video and claimed that I was repeatedly asked not to post it, which is untrue, as I showed you. When I was asked to delete the video after this, I did not take people's feelings into account, and I should have deleted it immediately. I shouldn't have asked them to retract the statement that I would ask not to post it in return. I messed up, and I was a bad friend.
Okay.
I sincerely apologize for my actions, or lack thereof, and at this point, I don't blame anyone for being upset at me for this. I'd like to prove that in time I can grow as a person and as a friend. I took the video down permanently as I should have when I was first asked. I've read everyone's concerns, and I am truly sorry to all the girls. I hope that I can work things out in private if I am given the chance, but I would understand if I'm not given another after hurting you with my actions. I'm sorry.
Okay. Jeez. This is weird. This is rough. This is it's not adding up, and it seems like a very, very strong, huge misunderstanding. TLDR Nux made a video about it. It seemed like he was working with VShojo. VShojo, deleted a tweet that showed that, hey, they were actually appreciating Nux for said tweet and said video, and that they were collabing. And then when VShojo made a follow-up statement talking about how it looks like Nux shouldn't have done any of these things, a lot of the girls came out and said, hey, Nux, what are you doing? You suck. You're a bad friend. You shouldn't have did this. They kind of went on him using this information that they had. I believe Nux then took down the video, but he wanted, to talk to the people to figure out, like, hey, can you just publicly say, like, hey, we're we're connected here. You deleted the tweet that showed that we've been collabing on this together. So now it looks like I did this independently, and people think I'm doing this for clout and for money and for clicks, which he, is not him. He's what he's trying to say. He didn't have that intention. He was just trying to raise awareness. But since the pieces weren't connected, and since VShojo didn't reply or follow up and say, like, hey guys, like, don't attack Nux, or hey, communicate them. Like, VShojo have these receipts. They've been talking with Nux, right? So it goes against completely opposite of what was happening while Nux was being, like, dragged online. Like, I'm not understanding why the CEO of VShojo didn't communicate with the said girls and be like, hey guys, this is a misunderstanding. Instead, just, it just got dragged. That was it. It just left him silent, left him thus kind of getting dragged, which seemed to be over a very, very strong miscommunication from a video that is now no longer public because it has been privated. Yeah, guys, I believe that's the situation and that's where we are right now. And I don't know if some of the girls have replied or not about the situation or replied to Nux in this video. There are a lot of people who stayed silent and stayed, and waited on the sidelines, and they're all good friends. I know people from VShojo and from Nux and all facets of this whole VTuber community, and a lot of people were sitting here like, man, this sucks because our friends are fighting, and there seems to be a strong misunderstanding, but people are attacking each other left and right, and people are dogpiling Nux, and people are really good friends with Nux. I like Nux as well. I didn't say anything the entire situation, and I felt like it was one of those situations that, number one, should have been handled privately. The only thing that I will say, guys, about this that kind of makes me a little bit frustrated is the fact that, like, the doxer, the person responsible for all of this stuff, okay? Because the fact that Nux is a victim, the Shoujo girls are a victim, all of this is happening, all trying to track this dude. This freaking doxer is out there somewhere laughing to the bank, bro, because, like, everyone's doing all this end fighting. Like, there is way too much energy going across each other here. Like, why are people trying to bamboozle Nux when there's a literal doxer there and Nux was a victim or almost a victim of said guy? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like people are losing sight of the big picture here, okay? Whether or not VShojo wanted to go under the radar and do things quietly, or Nux wanted to go out there and expose it so people can know right now to be careful that there's a vigilante out there trying to dox people, regardless of which way you agree how things should have been handled, right? Why is the infighting happening like this when there is a specific target group of people who the actual people responsible for the problems in the first place? I think people lost sight of that and people just decided to just start pulling out pitchforks, and I don't know, man. That part doesn't sit well with me. I don't understand why publicly that everyone attacked him, with the power of clout and, the internet, everyone kind of publicly jumped down his throat. And I don't know. I just feel like it would have been important to reach out to him in private and be like, hey, what is going on? Why is this happening? Where's the confusion? And I feel like that would have cleared everything up. That's what I'm kind of confused with, combined with the lack of communication coming from VShojo to stop this huge tirade that was happening against Nux. It doesn't feel right. I don't know why it happened, but it's something that I hope that they can work through. All of these guys have been friends throughout the entirety of the situation, I believe, but now it's kind of showing that maybe some people didn't like Nux in the first place. Nux has apologized for not removing the video after people have asked him to remove the video, aka most girls of the VShojo, and he's taken responsibility. He said sorry, and if you don't want to forgive me for that, I totally understand. But in terms of the lie or the information that he uploaded this video without people's consent after them telling him not to is not true, which was the narrative that was being spun to cancel him. So moral of the story, guys, is wait, don't jump, don't pull out pitchforks, people are scary, man. They were coming after this dude's throat, coming at him without full information, not from hearing his full side, just, boom. And it's now when this happens, a lot of people who were, trying to cancel him are going to be like, hey, Nux, I supported you. Or, hey, Nux, I'm sorry that I almost, ruined your career. Or, hey, sorry, Nux, that this understanding is that I was trying to cancel you for was a misunderstanding. I don't see a lot of people backtracking or going back from it. People can still be upset with him for not removing the video immediately. That's their prerogative. And he just said that's between him and the girls that he, I guess, lost his friends. But yeah, let me know how you guys feel about the situation. This was a huge, big, chunky, wungy of a segment. And again, I told you guys, very big. But those are the truths. Those are the facts. I'm curious to see if VShojo responds. Maybe some of the girls will respond to. I just hope that things get fixed. And if they can get things fixed in private, I think that would be best, because I think communicating about these things in public and bringing fan bases involved is something that starts bringing a lot of it's not weapons, but it makes things very, very convoluted. And deleted tweets, please be restored so that all the information is out there. It's good that I made this video talking about it, and it's good that he had the receipts for that reply, because if he didn't, or if he didn't have the conversation, all of this context would have been left out. It's so important to have all the information. So yeah, guys, that's it. That's the subject. That's where we are right now. And if there's any updates, I'll let you guys know. But stay safe out in the streets. Phishing scams, I've been targeted many times and almost got several times as well. Sometimes it's hard to find, so just be careful, guys, and love one another. And I don't think anyone was trying to be evil in this situation, okay? when it comes to Nux, and I've known the guy for a while, and he's a really sweet dude from what I've seen and what I've talked about. This is just my personal anecdote. I don't think that he was trying to put anybody's lives at risk for a single video. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't need to. The guy just got, interviewed by Anthony Padilla. He's successful. He's doing fine. He didn't need to force this situation in any way to create fame and clout just because it was unnecessary. He could have just made one of his other videos that he normally does. That's just how I feel about it. But yeah, let me know, guys, what you guys feel. Elson said, more VTubers. Hololive 6th Gen just got announced. Yep, there's a lot of VTube news today, ladies and gentlemen. And this one is absolutely huge. If you guys don't know, Hololive official, Hololive English is again, a band of girls. And there's a different generation of girls who are just basically bands. Just think about it like this. First generation, second generation, going all the way until now, the 6th generation of waifus. And yeah, here they are right here. They've just been announced. It's called Hollow X. And I believe the whole lore of this is the girl in the middle, I think her name is LaPlus, is basically the creator of Hollow X, and they are, I don't know if they're trying to take over the world. I don't know. They're a little bit more dark and sinister this time, so people are kind of wondering what the lore is between them. But yeah, they look absolutely brilliant, and people around the world are extremely hyped to see their release. Their Twitters are now out, their YouTubes are now out, and now they're making streams. Even as of this morning, I believe LaPlus just started streaming as well. Let me go over the cast for you guys in case you're curious. So here's the founder, LaPlus Darkness. It's literally La and then the plus sign and then darkness. She's a cute little petite character, basically, with a hawk on her head, and she sounds exactly what you think she sounds like just based off this picture. Got a lot of Sundareism in this thing. Then you've got Takane Louis, and she's the executive officer of secret society Hollow X. Yes, she has a great design as well. Looks like kind of like an eagle design with her hair going on. It's some kind of bird thing, falcon thing going on here. Then you've got the researcher Hakui Kayori, which is like I guess she's a scientist. She got some vials on her waist and a little thingy coming out of her jacket and everything, like a little lab coat, the little science stuff around there. So yeah, she's the one in charge of R&D and Secret Society Hollow X. Then you got this girl, her name is The Cleaner. What is she, like the murderer? I love her outfits, bro. She got the shoulders showing up. She's got the heart straps going up here and everything. Like, that's wild. And the mask on her face. So she is a VTuber, which being a VTuber means you already got a mask on, but she's a VTuber with a mask on. So double the mask, double the fun. Her name is Sakamata Chloe, and she's an intern who acts as a fixer and a cleaner for Secret Society Hollow X. Calm and composed at all times. She carries out her orders without so much as batting an eyelid. You know, she sounds like we will kill our enemies. That will be fun. You've got the bodyguard, Kazuma Iroho, and she kind of looks like a demon Slayer character from the anime Demon Slayer with this whole outfit and then with the sword and the samurai. Give me that kind of vibes, but it sounds like she's the bodyguard. And hailing from the remote mountains area, she left her home behind along with her companion, set off the journey to achieve her dream of seeing and learning more about the world. And now she's a bodyguard for Hollow X. So her style and fitness not really, showing this dark design because she's an outsider coming in, but obviously she probably has she'll probably kill you. So yeah, guys, that's Hololive Generation 6. Big deal, guys. I'm just letting you guys know. I know a lot of you watching this video like, Omni, VTubers, bro? Really, dude? LaPlus, I just woke up this morning. I started following her Twitter and I saw that she was streaming. She had like 75,000 people in her stream while she was just streaming, dog. It's huge. The numbers are astronomical, okay? Whether you want to believe in the life of VTubers or not, I'm just letting you know it exists, it's there, and people love it. And yeah, I love it. I'm in the rabbit hole. I want a VTuber model as well. I've already told people. I'll just share this with you. This is officially the VTuber Weeb episode of the series, and yes, I love talking about it. I made this tweet. I said I would become a VTuber immediately if someone could turn me into the Black Dad Phoenix Wright, since this is my life energy. If you guys don't know Phoenix Wright from the game Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright, there's one Phoenix Wright where he's just older now and he's a dad, but he's still a lawyer and he's still godlike and stuff. I'm all about this vibe and energy, bro. And if someone could turn me into this, my thing has been, and I was actually working with some of the people who did some of the VShojo girls. What is it? Iron Vortex, and they are absolutely great. But I ran into an issue where I had to stop. It was on my end. I had to pause the project, but they were helping me make it. And I don't know, man. I don't know if it's because I'm black. I don't know if it's not because I'm a cute waifu girl, whatever, but I couldn't find something that made me feel like I was a part of the universe. It felt like I just stood out. Like, it was like, there's all the Hololive girls and stuff, and then there's just like Me, just like standing out. It didn't feel like I was a part of the realm per se. So I was trying to figure out how someone could create that. If you're watching this video, if you're an illustrator, you can make me look like I fit in with the Hololive generation girls. Hit me up. But yeah, man, I definitely I would love to just dabble with it. Who wouldn't want to be, you know, anime? You know what I'm saying? But all right, guys, that's all I have for today's video. We had a big chungy wungy of a segment here with the whole VTuber situation, which needed to be all encompassing because it was really big and has a lot of implications too as well. It's always important, man, for information to be spread, right? Like I like to talk about the things and obviously give my neutral inputs about the subject as well. And it always sucks to see someone that I know, you know, get swept up underneath the whole cancellation and the lack of information that's privy. So again, my duty here is to talk to you guys about the situation where there's no war, there's no beef. Whether you're on one side or the not, we come in here and we chill and we talk and we raise glasses and we drink and we hang out. You know what I mean? We keep things civil. That's the energy that I try to keep here. And again, at the end of the day, I just hope that everything works out for all parties involved for all of these situations. But yeah, again, if you made it to the end of the video, drop a like, okay? It just lets me know. It's an attendance record. It lets me know you made it to the end of the video, okay? That's it. That's all it is. And also, if you like the video, you can like the video. Subscribe if you guys haven't already. I'm trying to reach 350,000 by the end of the year. That would be really cool if you guys could help me to get to 350K by the end of the year. It's not a million. Still don't have my plaque, but it'd be a nice little personal achievement to show that I've been working hard enough and you guys are liking the videos. I'm gonna keep trying to make better videos going forward in the future. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for supporting me. I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Try not to shop too much this weekend, and anything happens, I'll let you guys know. Otherwise, I'll be streaming on twitch.tv in front of an army. Okay, I'm done. I'll just probably be streaming this weekend. I'm done. I'll let you go. You don't want to hear it anymore, okay? I get it, all right? Y'all take it easy, stay safe, and I love you guys. All right, peace.